child. I don't know what the hell is going on with my live stream. I don't know if somebody's reporting me. I don't know what it is, but this is part 2 of Love After Lockup season 4, episode 39, Drunk in Love. I'm the Miss Kiki. Like I said, y'all may have seen my part 1, and then my shit froze up. So um we're just gonna jump in where we left off, and this is with Nathan and Skylar, and they're arguing. And they're talking, and he's apologizing to her, which is good.
We're not perfect, we're people, but I love you through all of it.
Okay, but I just don't want this to be like.
Skylar saying that she doesn't want this to be a permanent thing where they're arguing all the time. You know.
Don't be doing it to me. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree.
So I do apologize, y'all, for the system issues. It seemed like we back because before I don't know what was going on. I don't know if somebody's trying to report my video. I don't know. I don't know.
You're beautiful.
Nathan speaks in Hallmark cards. He really does, though. Nathan do speak, but I'm back, y'all. My stream looks like a bit more stable.
Love you.
New beginnings.
So they apparently talking it out, patching it up.
I don't ever think that anyone needs to be in a relationship. But do I want to be in a relationship with Nathan? Yes. And
Skylar saying that she wants to be in a relationship.
I don't want to be alone. Possibly.
She said, "Is it because I don't want to be alone?" She said, "Possibly."
Make me better, and
she at least she keeping it real. Yeah.
Involved in.
I think Skylar doesn't want to be alone. She wants someone to help her along in her sobriety, and that's the most honest, real thing she said right here. Is she saying that she thinks she don't want to be alone? Yeah, I don't think Skylar wants to be alone. And yeah, I heard that Skylar has 2 little girls too that she don't ever talk about. I guess she ain't raised, and maybe it's another destiny situation. I don't know, but yeah, Skylar. I think Skylar just doesn't want to be alone, and I get it. Some people will. I'm guilty as charged. Will stay in a relationship with people that we know we do not belong with just because we don't want to be alone. We have all of us, I think, have been there. There's some, and then her being formerly incarcerated, an addict, and all that. Does she need someone to hold on to help her sobriety? Yes. What happened, Dustin? I don't know. My computer's tripping. So back to Monique and Derek. And again, every time some of y'all was like, "Oh, we like Monique and blah blah blah." I kept telling y'all I didn't like Monique from the beginning. I said this on these videos. It's documented. Mark me down, because I said in the beginning I did not like Monique. That I saw through her shit. Like day one. People like, "Oh, I feel bad for her because she a big girl." I'm like, what that mean? That don't mean she has to be a good person just because she's a big girl. And the same thing with Derek.
She don't trust me. What the f is she doing? What's in your hand?
Yes, Derek, she doesn't trust you, and obviously she shouldn't. She do. Look, Monique is on some I Spy shit. Now she hiding stuff. I mean, she going through his paperwork. He like, no, man. That's not cool, Monique. She going through his phone book.
I've been locked up so long. I got paperwork, pictures, way before I met Monique. So she don't even know that. Oh.
Derek talking about that he has a lot of shit that he accumulated since he was, numbers and stuff like that. That shit is old. I don't believe anything Derek is saying. I don't believe that those numbers that he got is old. Fuck off, Derek. I don't believe you. So I'm just saying. Yeah, he got a little black book. Like people used to have. I used to have one. Back in the day, in my 20s, I had a little black book where I had dudes' numbers and everything and notation. But the fact that he still has that, why, if you with somebody, you out of jail, why would you still have that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you would get the numbers that you need to get out of that, and that's about it. But I'm sure he got a bunch of females and people in there he ain't even talked to, supposedly, allegedly.
relationship serious. Like, I just feel like these are the only two people that really accepted our relationship.
I feel that Monique has been let down in a lot of ways because mostly of her weight and her image.
Oh, Derek's great grandmother is preaching. She is preaching.
And she has feelings. You don't have to be alone.
Oh, Derek's great grandmother, it seems really sweet, and she's preaching. She's like, she said that she feels like Monique has been let down a lot in life, and that's because a lot of it because of her weight.
Any of my females to meet my big mom, my father. So I'm feeling good about everything. Action speaks louder than words. But I'm still mad about that bullshit she did in my room.
Yeah, that was a bunch of bullshit she did in his room. But still, Derek is full of shit anyway. Derek, only reason he's saying that is because he got something to hide. The only reason he'll be this angry is because Derek got shit to hide. Because other than that, I'll be mad if somebody snooping through my shit. Yeah, that would make me feel like, wait a minute, you pushing the bounds of privacy. I don't like nobody snooping through my shit. But I'll be extra mad if I'm trying to hide something. And I think Derek is extra mad because he's trying to hide something.
What are you up to? Nothing.
And so now Justine, we're going back to Justine and Michael. Justine's meeting up with her mama.
Has spent with Michael, has been at the prison wedding, and that was only for about 3 hours.
Miss Mike.
I just figured we'd just go get something to eat or whatever. Place up the street, I'll tell them to meet us there.
Oh, okay.
Kylie, I'm going. You're in charge. I think when it comes to Mike, my mom is still a little skeptical. She has questions, his past and things like that.
And so the mom, Justine's saying her mom is very skeptical about.
I'm hoping that my mom is going to be okay with that.
How's everything been going?
It's new. It's different. You should see him with the cell phone. It's like watching the gram.
Oh, God.
He doesn't know how to do anything on it.
You're going to have to take baby steps with them, Justine. A lot of changes are going to come your way. It's going to be a big adjustment for you. And the
So
kids,
Justine's
but also
mom was
for
saying
him.
it's going to be a big adjustment for her and the
when
kids
you
and
have a lot of
everything.
Kids, you can forget the mommy and daddy time.
Yeah.
And she's saying when you have a lot of kids.
Oh, God help me.
God help
The
you.
mom is saying, God help me, no more children.
You don't need any more. 7's more than enough.
She's saying 7's
You
more
don't
than
even know
enough.
if this relationship is going to work out yet.
Right.
It shouldn't even matter to you. I'm a grown woman at this point, so if I want to have more kids, just have more kids, and that's what we're doing. So just be excited and hop on board with it.
Let's see when the time comes, Justine.
Yeah, her mom is like, why would her mom be excited that she's having babies? Because I'm sure her mom has had to help with these kids. Look, the mom already know. The mama's like, you trying to tell me you pregnant? Like she already know. Mamas know, boy. She know her daughter.
There better be no surprises popping up tonight, Justine.
She said there better be no surprises popping up tonight, Justine. Mama's not trying to hear from you your bullshit. Period.
Instead of you taking care of me, I'm taking care of you. Cameron, get the out.
Lord. So now we're back to Cameron and Eris. Cameron is again in the lobby, passed out in the chair, and the producers are trying to help him to keep from falling down the damn escalator. Child, like I said to me, there's nothing worse than somebody abusing substances. There's nothing worse than a drunk. There's nothing worse than a drug addict. There's nothing worse than, all of it.
I wanted some water and some like Gatorade and some Dayquil.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Mama. It's been longer than for sure, kid.
Are you drunk right now?
Oh no, she's drunk. He drunk. Yeah, girl. So Cameron came in the room with Aris.
I don't know if I'm pissed off at the fact that he didn't answer his phone because he's so damn drunk. Cameron,
He's so drunk he didn't answer his phone.
Or the fact that
Yeah, he
that
pissy
was
drunk,
so
child. He
disrespectful.
pissy.
We don't see you nowhere.
What you doing?
He's sloshy drunk.
Just resting.
I heard you just ain't want to come. I expected to see my new sister-in-law, and I don't see you, and I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what Eris' problem was. I don't know whether she really was sick. She just didn't want to go. Both.
Where's my medicine?
And she should have known that Cameron was go out and go get pissy drunk with his family. Cameron get pissy drunk with his family, with his friends, at his wedding, before the wedding, after the wedding, during the wedding with Aris. Cameron be drunk apparently all the time. He likes getting pissy.
So me not being there should not have been an issue. That should be understandable.
You haven't been there not being an issue. So they want to shoot. I still had
What? You don't
Oh, he drunk, y'all. He came and talk, right? You. Like, no, there's nothing worse than being with somebody that gets drunk. I mean, there's drug addict.
You know what? This is exactly why I didn't go to the party, because I knew your ass was gonna get drunk and you don't have any self-control.
She's saying that Karen don't have any self-control.
Your ass is drunk right now.
So what?
He's saying so what? But that's a problem though. Like, you can't control, you can't stop yourself. He told her, he gave her the ring, talking about
You can find somewhere else to sleep.
Talking about take this bullshit ring. Okay, that's somebody you don't want to deal with, that you barely have a disagreement or you bickering a little bit, and then here they taking they ring off, talking about here, take your fucking ring. The fuck? That's childish. So they arguing already. They only been married for he already got sent once for having alcohol in his system, but I'm just like, y'all ain't even been married that long. He ain't even been out of jail that long, boo. And y'all already fighting. Y'all already arguing. He already done got pissy drunk at least 4 or 5 times since he been out of jail. Shit, he was getting pissy drunk at the halfway house. Now he passed out. And he gonna keep having a hell of a time, honey. He got one shoe on, one shoe off. Like, his pants crawling up his booty. He fell asleep on the floor. Like, girl, what? I mean, this is what you married, though, boo. This is what you married. This is the type of person that you married. Like, did you really think that he was just gonna come out of jail and be different?
I'm wondering if cops are gonna get called. Where are your shoes?
Oh Lord! Now we on the Ashley and Travis, and they drunk. This whole episode theme is like everybody tore up from the flow up. Like Ashley all outside, walking with those shoes on, cussing, acting crazy. It's crazy.
You knew this was going to happen. I was very open about what I wanted. We already had it hasn't even been a month.
So Justine's telling her mother it ain't even been a month. It's been like 2-3 weeks.
Because every jackass you've been involved with and have gotten pregnant with, I've had to pick up the pieces. Right.
The mom said that every jackass that you've been with, I have had to pick up the pieces help you with your children.
And I quit my job.
And she quit her job. The mom is like, the mom, look, I saw the mom's spirit leave her body. Like her spirit came up out her body in a apparition, blew through the ether when Justine told her mama she ain't got a job no more. Her mama almost had a heart attack, died, spirit left her body, went out. Like, Justine gonna make her mama lose her motherfucking life. Do you hear me? She about to lose her life. Her spirit said, she was like, what are you doing for money? What is happening? What is it? Her spirit was like, girl, what? Then her spirit came back in her body and she was like 30 minutes. Then here he come 30 minutes late. And the mom is just like her spirit done lost her life. She done lost her soul. Her soul came back though. Her mama is like, she finna fight somebody. I would have walked out. I'd be like, you know what? Y'all have a nice life. And would have walked the fuck up out of there on my daughter. She like, yeah, she know her daughter. Justine mom was like, oh, I know my daughter. I know when she lying. I can read her face. I knew she already was telling her.
Use her head once again. I mean, how many times can you make the same mistake over and over?
Right.
This doesn't work out.
She's telling him, she's like, what if your relationship don't work out?
I think the most reasonable thing would have been to wait a little while.
Yeah, it's been to wait.
Because you're just getting back out in the world. Things have changed. And you may, once you start going back into the studio and integrating with other people, getting your old lifestyle, I should say.
Mom is telling the truth.
To go to gigs with you in California, Vegas, Florida.
Yeah, she's saying that once he become a rapper and he can get into the lifestyle, that Justine's not going to be able to just like pick up and just go. That she got kids to look after and they have school to go to.
Obviously, it's not just about you two now.
Yeah.
You got 7 kids, and now you have a new baby coming into the picture.
You have 8 kids now.
Why would you tell her to quit her job? If she's had that job supporting these kids for the 3 years she moved out here and had no support system, what's the big rush quitting your job?
Yeah, I don't understand her quitting her job either. Like, that don't even make no fucking sense.
I want her around the kids more. I want her to feel that role of,
that just sounds it just sounds childish.
She knows what it's like to be a mother.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure she knows what it's like to be a mom. Like, what I want her to be at home with the kids. Like, the kids, I mean, her, before she even got pregnant, he was talking about her quitting her job. So her kids are old, they in school. So I mean, having a baby is different. But the kids, her kids are in school. His kids are teenagers or tweens. So I'm not understanding the well, she got to be here for the kids. The kids are at school during the daytime.
What is the plan?
Yeah, you got 4 baby daddies and 3 baby mamas. Like, what the fuck? What, the plan is to leave it in God's hands? What kind of stupid shit is that? That don't even make no sense. The mom is just like, wait. The mom, they're right. The mom said, I ain't doing this. She like, no, we just gonna leave it in God's hands. What the fuck does God have to do with a motherfucking thing in your life? Y'all ain't going to no church. Y'all ain't reading no Bible. Y'all ain't saying no prayers. Y'all ain't at the chapel. Y'all ain't at vacation Bible camp. I ain't seen these motherfuckers not go to church not once, motherfucker. Not once. I ain't seen motherfuckers put no money in no collection plate. I ain't seen them at no church. What you mean put it in God's hands? Put it in God's hands? How? I ain't seen you motherfuckers read the Bible, say no prayers. I ain't seen none of that. So how you gonna leave it into God's hands when you ain't even fucking with God like that? Like, look, well, let me tell you, I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. But when people say this dumb shit, this irks me so bad because I'm like, so you talking about God like he's some object, some abstract thing somewhere in the ether, and that you can just call on anytime you need a favor. Well, things don't work out. We'll just leave it up to God. But then you ain't did nothing for God. You not preaching. You're not professing. You're not living a Christian lifestyle. You're not doing anything godly with your life. So you tapping into God like he's the source power and motherfucking Legend of Zelda. Is God the Triforce, my nigga? I mean, what? I'm done. God is the Triforce. Like he's some unknown power that I can just reach my hand out and tap into it. Oh, I'm gonna let God handle it. Child, I just these people out here, like, this is why I can't fuck with Christians and Christianity and the beliefs in God, because it makes no damn sense that you are doing nothing for God, nothing godly. You're not following any kind of commandments that's in the New Testament, the Old Testament, the Torah, the Quran, none of it. You doing nothing to help God's people. You're not going to church. You're not worshiping. You're not nothing. I'm just, whenever I feel like bringing up God, I'm just gonna bring up God because God is like some kind of weird convenience. Fuck out of here, man. And so Ashley is drunk as hell. She with Travis. She drunk.
My biggest concern is them hearing us.
I'm angry.
So now Ashley, she went from giggly and happy. Now she talking about she angry. Girl, I'm gonna need Ashley to get some Ritalin, some Midol. I don't know what Ashley needs. Then she handed Travis her purse, and then she's angry, and then she's happy, and then she's sad, and then she's horny, and then I don't know, Ashley. I don't know, Ashley. Now she taking her shoes off, girl. Maybe she need to leave it in God's hands. Maybe she like, it's God's plan. I'm just gonna walk my drunk ass down the street with no shoes on and just God,
Losing it in the parking lot of some dive bar I've never been to. Where the am I?
Ashley don't know where she walking. She don't know where she
I
at.
want him to see me and comfort me. It's like, what do I have to do? Shout from the rooftops. I am unhappy. Please help me.
Okay, but there's only so much he can do when you ranting and raving like a drunk ass lunatic, Ashley.
Come here. What's the problem? Where are your shoes?
She ain't got no shoes on, Lord.
Come here.
She didn't threw her shoes in the middle of the parking lot.
Just for the time being.
Now she crying. She was angry. Now she crying. Girl, Ashley needs some Ritalin. She needs, I don't know. Ashley needs some God's plan in her life. Ashley don't even know how to cry right. Like she just be shh. I like, oh.
Babe, I'm not doing this all night.
It's fine. We're having fun.
Now she talking about we having fun. It's fine.
I don't know how worse this day can get.
Yeah, this day is pretty bad. Travis is like, I don't know how worse this day can get.
Yes.
I don't feel like I'm over the legal limit yet.
Like, Lord. Oh, they rubbing it in by the Kansas City Chiefs, man, whatever. I don't understand. Now she putting her shoes back on.
A probation violation, I would be taken straight back to prison.
Yeah, he like, we can't be out here like this. I go back to jail. Woman, what?
I'm sorry. I don't have a voice right now. No one's.
Listen.
I don't have a voice right now. You sound like you got a voice, a drunk one.
Is listening to me.
I'm listening to you.
Ashley is talking crazy. Nobody listening to me. I don't have a voice right now. Girl, what are you talking? What is? Girl, what you talking about? Poor Travis. Lord have mercy. She's like, I'm fragile. I'm fragile. I just need you to listen to me. Because, bitch, I'm fragile. Like, really? Now she's hugging him. Now she's all happy. Now she's crying.
All right. We're going back to the hotel until stay the night, and then tomorrow we'll move in. We good?
He's like, are we good? She said no.
I'm paying your bills. Fathers don't pay child support. You don't just get up and freaking quit your job.
My mom comes down, his job. Her mom comes down, his job.
I shouldn't have to be doing all this.
So I don't know what's wrong with Ashtray.
What's the plan?
The plan is to just leave it without hands.
Yeah, I can't believe
So back to Justine and Michael and the mama. The mama just walked out. I would have walked out too. I would have been like, you know what? Fuck this boo. So Michael gonna try to talk to Justine's mama because Justine's mama is like real talking now.
I let him talk because I know my mom. It's not me being like disrespectful towards her. It's just like I know who my mom is. There's not gonna be anything I can say. So you got a better chance of her than I do.
So Justine didn't say nothing to his mama. He's talking about she just let him take it. Talking about he got a better chance with her than I do.
Listen, I'm sorry. I know you're going through a lot. I know Justine's not helping the situation, and I wasn't trying to be an ass smart remark, but like you're my mother-in-law now, and so I feel like I should have support, but then I understand where you're coming from too. So it's like a catch-22.
Yeah,
like, I don't want you and her arguing, you know.
oh, that's always going to happen.
The mom
That's
says
our MO.
Michael saying that he don't want her.
Two 35-year-old
Justine to argue.
adults
She like
making
y'all
the
too.
stupid decisions
Yeah, like y'all
before they
35 years
even
old
back
making
on their
decisions
feet.
like
You
y'all
know, tell him
20-year-olds.
Do you know I'm the one who's been helping her all this time?
Yeah.
She's had no support system out here. Quitting the job I'm pissed about.
Yeah,
Because
quitting the
I'm
job,
paying
I'd be
bills,
angry. Like y'all can have a baby,
obviously
whatever.
child support.
But yeah,
You
she's
know,
saying that she not getting no child support from her
I'm
baby
55.
daddies.
I shouldn't have to be doing all that.
You're right.
Yeah, she's like,
I mean, she is my daughter. If she's ever in a bind, she knows.
Yeah, but that's
yeah,
not
and
fine.
she loves her
I
daughter
always knew
and loves her
that she would
grandkids.
fall back on me, and it was taken advantage of.
Oh, she's saying that her daughter's taking advantage of her.
I paid the rent. You know what I mean? So I'm here, like I said, I'm here to provide for her, to provide for my family, and to do what I need to do, you know? So I don't want you to think that, you know, money's just falling out of the sky and one day it's going to stop and I'm never going to be down and out.
It's not that I don't want to give you a chance.
Yeah, it's just, but shit happens. Michael's saying that he's never going to be down and out, never be out with money, but boo-boo. I cannot, you cannot, Michael cannot, nobody, the mama, nobody can predict the future. You don't know. I'm telling you, I went from having a life of having it all, of having a husband and a child and my life set, and we had plans and to do this, and we're going to do this and to do this and this and this and this and this, and we're saving money, and we had a house, all of that, and we both had good jobs, and baby, it got taken away like that. Do you tell me why? Not because of him losing his job, not because of me losing my job, not because of anything like that, not because that my husband always provided for me, always provided for me, had a good job, honey, working for AT&T, a good job. My husband was making like $50,000-$60,000 a year. I was making good money, and my husband was in his 20s. He was on his way, making his way up into being a manager at the company, and it got taken away like that because of health issues. Because you never know when one day my husband was literally living his best life, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs, living his best life, and had a heart attack at work. I'm telling you, and then went downhill since then to where he couldn't work, had to be on disability. We're struggling. I'm at a soup kitchen trying to get food. He's in a coma for 2 months. He's disabled. He can't. My husband come home. He couldn't walk because he was in a coma and lost the loose, just like that. So I when people be like, "Well, I'm always gonna provide," that sounds good, but life has a way of throwing shit at you that you be like, that ain't got nothing to do with incarceration or kids or money or logistics or his rap career or his shoes or nothing. That all sounds good when you have your health, but baby, just like that. You could go from able body, I'm ready to do this, and I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to move on, I'm incarcerated, I'm out of jail, and boom, anything can happen to you. You could get in a car accident, you could get hit by a car, you could lose your life, you could get really sick. Justine could get really sick. Any one of those things could happen. She could have a baby, she could have pregnancy complications, she could lose her life during pregnancy. I don't wish none of these things on nobody. But the idea is that, oh, I'm always going to provide and always going to do this and do that. You might have those intentions, but life will throw some shit at you that you be like, I need help, I need backup, I need somebody to come help me. And if you don't have his family, her family there to support you, then you know that's a thing. You know, but quitting your job and quitting something like stability and a backup and income.
We're gonna have to have a serious conversation.
You know, and then they talking about, like, you know, he got to have a serious conversation with Justine, but these people like Justine and Michael, like I said, I don't know what kind of relationships Michael has had with his baby mamas. I don't know what kind of relationship that Justine has had with the father of her children. I don't know whether they were married to some of these people or none of them or all of them. I don't know how long. I know that Michael was with his baby mama for like 12 years, but considering that she was in the drug ring with him and was doing shit with them, I don't know what kind of stable relationship they have. But what you're dealing with is a lot of people who've never had stable relationships, who've never had, because these are things that you talk about and you discuss and you go over with before you get married, whether the person's incarcerated or not. You need to figure out what kind of lifestyle you have, what kind of work what's going to look like, how long is it going to take us to have a baby. All of that should have been talked about and planned out. And it seems to me, as much as I like Michael, as much as I think Justine is okay, but I like Michael, it just seemed like all of his life, he's lived this lifestyle where everything is at the seat of his pants. He did whatever he would do, whatever he want to do, go wherever he want to do, make money however he wanted to make money. And there was no plan to it. Honey, that's not, I'm telling you, for some people that works when you're in your 20s, when you ain't got kids responsibilities. But at 35, 40 years old, 50 years old, you can't keep on carrying life to being like, well, I ain't got no plan. We just doing whatever. No, you can't just do whatever when you have children. Because the children are going to get older and they're going to need help and they're going to need support and they're going to want things and be driving. I need a car. I'm trying to get this apartment. Mom, can you help me pay rent? Like, you can't keep being like, well, kids, you need to ask grandmama. Like, Mike can't even handle the kids that they have right now. Right. At 40, you should be thinking about a retirement plan. You should be thinking about stock options and saving and them buying a house. Because I know the house is Justine is saying it, they ain't buying a house. The house is rented. Nothing wrong with that. But they need to worry about, instead of living this, they act like they living drunk in love, like they living like some Beyonce song, or they living in some kind of like rapper's fantasy instead of living in reality. And that's why I think that like Justine and Michael, they're not going to make it if they don't bring their relationship back down to really talking to each other. Well, your mom is drama, and your mom, okay, boo. When you get married, what you think marriage is? Marriage is just like Justine and Michael. We get together and we got the kids and everything. No, you gonna have to deal with his family and her family. You got, and whatever that entails. And then unless you plan to cut these families off completely, which I'm sure they don't want to do, but you have to deal with all of that. I'm sure they want the grandparents to be involved with their children. Of course, I'm thinking that that's how they do. And Justine apparently has relied upon her mother a lot throughout the years with her children. So my point is that, I feel like if a person has helped you financially, emotionally, mentally, socially, then I feel like you owe your parent enough to listen to them, because if the shit hit the fan, Justine gonna go back and run into her mama. I don't know if Justine has brothers and sisters. I don't know. But for her mom, it's traumatic. It's traumatic to have a child. I don't know what it feels. My kids are young. But I can just imagine. I know other people in this situation that have kids that have multiple children with multiple men and women. And this man or woman drags them through the mud every damn time. And then there's custody battles and child support and no child support and fighting with the baby mama, fighting with the baby dad. And then here's your mom or your dad, or your mom and your dad having to pick up the pieces, having to babysit your kid while you go to college, babysit your kid while you're working a job, having to help pick up the pieces because you keep doing the same shit over and over again. Okay, once, okay, twice, 3, 4 times. It's like Justine, it seems like to me, she finds some dude, get all gaga enamored with him, and then they like want to play house and shit and want to be cute and kiki and play house, and then she get pregnant. Then that'll go by a little bit, a couple years, then that dude break up. Then she meet another dude, get all enamored, and oh my God, I'm in love, and we should have a baby because for some reason a lot of people having a kid is like, oh, they feel more secure in a relationship when they get pregnant by somebody. There's a lot of people out there like that, men and women. There are men out there that have babies and they think it's cute and they treat children like they're a fucking person or accessory. Or they think I'm keeping this person, or this is a symbol of us coming together. And the next thing we know, people be up here playing relationships like they playing house. Do you understand what I'm saying? And not knowing that the ramifications of the shit that you're doing is affecting your children for generations to come. Motherfuckers over here talking about generational curses, which is bullshit. And they out here making the same mistakes that their mama did, their grandmama did, their great grandmama did. No, boo, it ain't no generational curse. It's you fucking up and choosing the same lifestyle, the fucked up shit that your lifestyle that your mama had and your grandmama had. Your mama done dated 5 different dudes, got 5 different babies by 5 different dudes, and each one of those dudes are either in jail, they whooped the ass, then was on drugs or whatever. Then your grandmama then dated dudes, and your granddaddy was a drunk. The other step granddaddy was a drunk. The other step granddaddy, he didn't had 6 women, 6 babies by 6 different women while your grandma was married to him. You keep repeating the same. There's no generational curses. And then you turn around and date the same dusty ass motherfuckers who ain't shit. Who it's cool to date the bad boy, and you get the warm and feely fuzzy feeling because he got neck tattoos, and he called me shorty all the time. Trust me, I have been there. I am not telling y'all nothing that is not real for my life. That I had to get out of that cycle of bullshit. Because we will be living the same, you're repeating the same mistakes of your dad, your mom, your aunt, or whoever, over and over and over again. If you don't get out that mindset of and see things and take a mature look at fucking relationships. Relationships is not to be kikiing and caw-cawing over and just I'm just gonna do it because it feels good. And like you in high school, honey, at 35 years old, you should understand, okay, there's a honeymoon period. In the beginning, there's endorphins and adrenaline, and it's new and it's cute and everything's all good and him snoring and farting in the bed is cute. But then within a year or 6 months or sometimes even 2 or 3 months, that shit ain't cute no more. It's fun to fly by your pants and I want to stay at home and quit my job. But then a year from now, when you're running out of money and you're broke and you're scratching and surviving and you're like, okay, the kids want to do this and the kids want to do that. And well, we don't really have the money for that. Then you're going to be like, oh shit. Or God forbid something happened to your kids. You really need the insurance. And you're like, my kid got diagnosed with something. Who knows what's going to happen? You get diagnosed with something. Justine was in the hospital with a kidney issue. Why would you quit your job, lose your health insurance for what? Like I said, I don't know her insurance situation, but this economy in these times and what's going on right now, you got the United States shooting down UFOs in California, in Canada. Look, I'm telling motherfuckers right now, you better have a contingency plan living here in America for anything. That's my best advice to y'all. Because if you look around and see what's going on in our world and our society, you best believe your 8 kids, but all of y'all better have a contingency plan. Because nothing is promised. I've learned in this life to no damn body. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is promised. You can make all the best laid plans on earth. It only takes one shit to fuck up. One thing, one small thing, big thing, little thing, medium thing, or a whole bunch of things to just fuck your life up. And then you be sitting there looking like, well, I guess we should have saved money. I guess we should have had a plan. Yeah. You try. You hope for the best and plan for the worst, baby. You don't just leave it in God's hands. Okay. So we're going to Derek and Monique. And again, WeTV, you right. WeTV be doing them dirty because Monique be looking like, I don't know. She be looking like Ghost in the Shell in the car. I don't know, girl. And then it's always drama. And Derek got a whole pile of shoes. He got Timberlands, Gucci's. He got a whole box of. And Monique saying she finna cook it up.
You did good when you went out and did all them errands. That was cool. You got a lot of stuff.
Okay, Monique is cooking some salmon.
Oh.
Here's your surprise.
Oh, we like this. Prosecco.
Yeah.
And she got him a bottle of wine.
I remember.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He opened the wine and it like straight hit her up in the chest. Monique didn't feel that. It hit her in the face. I mean, not in the face, it like straight hit her in the boob. He didn't know that he was going to twist the top off and it was going to hit her. And he's just drinking the wine just straight up out the bottle or champagne out the bottle. It just straight like hit her, just pow. Like she did. He took it like a real G.
to my beautiful girlfriend Monique. If you don't do it together, stay together.
We're gonna do it together. We're gonna stay together.
No matter what.
I don't know about that.
Say no matter what.
No matter what.
There we go.
Okay, Lord.
I'm drinking too fast. You like me. Before you know it. So after the day, right? Me and my big mom and my father.
Is she cooking the salmon? I don't even know. I don't know nothing about it. Yeah, Derek is so fake. It just kills me that she can't see through the fakeness because Derek is very fake.
I see you looking all through my stuff.
Like the way he talks to her and relates to her is just fake.
All that overbearing and doing too much gotta stop. You over here smirking like you're not gonna stop.
I'm not smirking.
Yes, you is.
No, I'm not. I mean, I get it. Like, I understand. I should never did that. I should be able to trust you.
And what is Monique wearing? Like, what? What the hell is she wearing? Is it like a tube top and then you see her bra and then her bra don't look like it's ill? It looks like it's ill fitting. I don't.
It didn't work out.
So the shrimp is almost done.
I can have that, but I chose to be with Monique because she kept it real with me. Yeah, we had our ups and downs, and I ain't gonna lie, I love too.
Derek said he liked her because Monique kept it real with him.
Every day.
But I'm like, how's Monique keeping it real with him when he ain't really kept it real with her though?
I'm cooking for you too.
I mean, he ain't kept it real with her at all. About nothing. And what is the top Monique wearing? Girl, I just, you know. Yeah, he do panders to her, but it's like
so crazy to see that it's finally
real life now.
happening.
It's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
We're living right.
What if I want to make love?
That's cool. I'm making love to you.
he said that's cool. I'm gonna make love to you. He just sounds so convincing, y'all. He just sounded like he was really, you know. He said, I'm gonna make love to you.
Did you really enjoy the food?
Yes, I did. I'm gonna show you how much.
I just don't know how he could do it. I just can't do it. Oh, they kissing. Oh.
Yeah.
Monique wants me in her own world. Just me and her, nobody else. I want this to work. At the same time, it's temptation out here.
He talking about I want this to work, but at the same time, it's temptation out here. And the way he kissing her is just weird. And then she got, why is I'm seeing her in her bra and everything? Like, what is that? I don't even want to see all that. Hey, Edith, girl.
You signed up for this.
Girl, just Derek and Monique. Oh, I was like,
I don't care, to be honest. I don't care.
So back to Justine and Michael. That Derek and Monique had me traumatized enough, girl.
I gotta find out in a ridiculous way. It's always I find out from either
that was just.
I find out in some anger mood at first.
Did you want a phone call instead?
No.
All right then.
You ain't gotta be like that, man.
As a husband, you late. If you would have made sure that I was the priority instead of whatever you was doing, you would have made sure you was there on time.
Oh no, not Justine and Michael is arguing.
I started getting questioned. There's a difference. And then you leave me standing there to look like Boo Boo the Fool.
The way Justine talk is just rude as fuck. And, you know, at least the mom said, "Don't worry, I'm used to it."
Every time she got pregnant with the other three, I love them dearly, and I've been a great grandmother. But I always wish that she could have waited. It wasn't the right time.
Yeah, it wasn't the right. She was saying that she loved her grandkids.
You guys all suck.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be here till Monday. So
the mom said, "Okay, like
everything else."
Yeah, like the way she talked to her mama.
I've always done whatever I could to support her. I'm not going to stop now. I just hope that
Nah.
he steps up to the plate.
She's saying that, and the poor mom, I feel so bad for her. The look on her face, she crying.
But I didn't.
Like the way she talked to her mama, I would have snapped. I would have grabbed her from behind. Child, I wish my kid would. I don't give a fuck if my kid talked to me like that. I would have snatched her from behind and punched in the back of her damn head.
Kylie about to be there before you.
That's fine. She's supposed to.
Wow.
You signed up for this.
Wow.
She
Jesus.
pulled it out of you. How did she pull this out of you?
Nah, then she just didn't want to blame her mama. No, bitch, this is just your attitude is just bad.
Boy, stop it. And you know you don't care. Because you want to know what? I told you that my mother would be pissed off if you was late. You didn't care about that.
Wow. Like Justine, yeah, her mother been there supporting her.
I know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you.
Wow.
She's happy about it or not. It's not her way. She go back to her and live her life how she wants to. With 35-year-old married woman that can do what I want.
You're telling your mom about.
Yeah, but like she telling her mom, like, well, I can do whatever I want, you know. Like, but your mom been there to support you though.
Yeah. You signed up for this.
Like, yeah, like Justine is just, I don't even know. I can't even put it into words. Like the way she act is just it's just nasty. Yeah.
No, you're right.
I know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you. Whether or not she's happy about it or not, it's not her way. She go back to her and live her life how she wants to. With 35-year-old married woman.
Yeah, but she's 35-year married woman, then you should have lived your life.
I worry that Cameron might get caught up into doing.
So she should have been out living her whole life then. Instead of her mama. Like that was some slick shit. Like if it's all about you being 35 and I can do whatever I want to do, well then boo, you should be doing you all day then, bitch. Like shouldn't you be doing you? I'm just saying that you go do you. Then you shouldn't be out here sponging off your mama. I'm a 40-something-year-old woman. I've been doing me shit, baby, since I was in my 20s. But I didn't have kids young though. I didn't have kids, but I was always doing me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody to like support and do all. I didn't, you know. So she should be doing her. But the point is that she hasn't. She had her mama to back. So Justine, the way she talked to Michael, that was just, you know, I was like, okay, girl, really? Like this is the attitude we got? Okay, girl. I mean, you know, that was just on some slick shit, you know. I just, you know, wow. Yeah, that was, but you see flashes of that from Justine. Like her attitude is foul sometimes, you know. But you see that. But that's the end of the episode. Next week is supposed to be the season finale, and then on then the week after that we have like Life After Lockup, where they bringing back Sean and Lindsay and some people that on this episode. I think Monique and Derek are coming back, Justine and Michael coming back. Maybe a few others. I haven't got the rundown of the cast, but this season of Love After Lockup have been good. It's been all right. Like I said, I don't know if Ashley and Travis are coming back for the next season. Hopefully they are because they interesting. Cameron and Aris. I don't know. I don't. There's nothing really for me to say about that. Like I don't even understand why Cameron would be. To me, it's like Cameron is trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. It's like, you know, it is you married Cameron and Eris are coming back. It's like you married this person, boo. You understand. You should understand. I don't know. I don't think maybe Eris fully understood how much Cameron was into alcohol and how much he drank, and I think that a lot that wasn't something they probably really talked about when he was incarcerated. But obviously Cameron likes to drink. I mean, get pissy drunk, like drank. And anybody who is into some kind of substance that heavy, whether it be alcohol, weed, or heavy hitting drugs, it's the same thing. If you are a person, even with weed, and people like weed is not a drug, weed is not like crack or heroin or meth, and that's true. But I've known people in my life that they smoke weed when they get up, they smoke weed in the afternoon, they smoke weed when they get off of work, they smoke weed before they go to bed once or twice or 2-3 times. Like, yeah, chicken salad out of chicken shit. You've never heard that before? Oh yeah, honey. Yeah, that's an old saying. That's an old South saying. And so there are people I know who smoke weed like literally 4 and 5 times a day. That like they can't go more than 4 or 5 hours without smoking. That's all they do is smoke. All they do is smoke all day. And people will try to say weed is not a drug. That weed is not, addictive. It's not addictive like a physical addiction, but it becomes an addiction where you take a person who has an addictive personality, and you take a person where they need something to calm them down, or so whether they can deal with life or deal with their life or situations or whatever. Well, that's, like I said, I know this personally. I know I've personally been with somebody who they smoke weed 3 and 4 times a day. Like that, they get to the point where, they smoke so much weed that it's like they don't remember. You say something to them one day and they be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" "Oh, I was high." You can tell when they get high. Yeah, it's addictive. It's just like coffee, sugar, anything else. If you need a certain substance in order to wake up in the morning or get through your day or get through your night or wake up or whatever, that's an addiction. It's an addiction. It may not be your body is fiending for that, but you are fiending for the way that substance makes you feel. So the same thing with alcohol and the same thing with any other kind of hard drug. If you need that in order to function in your life, then you have a problem. And like I said, I don't care if the addiction is shopping, if the addiction is caffeine, if the addiction is sugar, if the addiction is weed, because no, weed may not destroy your body and your DNA like fentanyl or meth or cocaine or crack or hard hitting drugs like that really causes your DNA to deteriorate. I mean, chemicals. Yes, weed is a marijuana is a natural thing, but the things that they lace with weed these days, sometimes the weed that you get, it ain't even like the weed it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. That weed don't really exist. Now they lacing weed with all kinds of stuff. So a lot of times people smoking weed, but they have chemicals put in it. They've been dipped in all kinds of stuff and mixed with all kinds of stuff. So really, even the weed that people smoking now is not like the weed it was back in the 70s where people were just smoking some pure ganja. But there are people out there who need weed in order to function. And I'm telling people, if you need weed in order to function, you're an addict. You're an addict. If you need weed to calm down or to speed up or to make things better or to sleep or to whatever it may be, if you need another substance in order to help you function in your day-to-day or for help you to mentally function in your day-to-day, then you have an addiction. And people be trying to tell you all day, "Oh, I just smoke a little weed here and there here." Okay, but is it something that you can't live without? If you got stuck on a deserted island, there was no weed there, would your whole personality change? Because I ain't seen people not be able to get a hold of no weed and their whole personality. Yeah, back in the day, the weed didn't even smell. Now the weed reeks like a damn skunk. Like they didn't added so much shit to this weed these days. You somebody passed by you and you can just smell them. They reek of weed, and that's not a good look. And people can tell when you smoking weed in your car and you smell like weed. And I mean that, like I said, I've been with somebody like that. That's they just smell like weed all the time, and it's like that's not a good look, bruh. That's just not. That's not a good smell. I don't like the smell of weed. I don't like none of that. And it's like, to have somebody come over and you go out somewhere and then people, who know the smell can recognize the smell or you had this person around your kids and your kids is like, "What's that smell?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool. That's no, you too heavily into it. If you on a deserted island somewhere and you didn't have the weed, would your whole personality, because I ain't seen people's whole personality change when they can't get a hold of no weed. They run out of weed. They're in the middle of a snowstorm somewhere. They can't get it. Their whole personality change. Like, you see a whole nother side of them. They act mean, they act surly, they act, you know. Edith said it's gotten worse now since it's legal in New York. Well, it's not legal in Texas, but motherfuckers still smoke weed here. But it's just, that weed to change your whole personality. Like, you don't smoke weed. I've seen it. Like I said, I'm not telling y'all nothing that I haven't seen. I don't do drugs. I've never been on drugs. None of that. GSP says she lives in California, so it's everywhere. Yeah, you smell it every now and then, but I'm just saying that to date somebody who they smoke weed 5 and 6, 7 times a day, that they smoke weed all day, is not normal. It's not normal. And people be like, oh, it's just, it's just weed. So no, because obviously you need that in order to function. And to me, you're a functional addict. Like regardless if it's weed, meth, cocaine, heroin, whatever it is, caffeine, cigarettes. Like if you need that in order to calm you down, well, I need a cigarette to calm me down, or like not be irritable. That's an addiction. There ain't nothing I got that I can't get rid of. Hell, I can do a water fast for 30 days and just cut food out if I really wanted to. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't food, air, shelter, or water, and it's some other type of substance, man-made or earth-made or whatever, and you can't function, your part of your personality starts changing because you don't have it, then you need to wean yourself off and just reevaluate your life and go to therapy. That's the best thing I could say. So this episode is all about, addictions. Like Monique, and Derek, ain't no really addiction there. Monique is just overbearing or insecure, and she's addicted to Derek. Really, she was addicted to Derek. Yeah, even my ex was like that too. I'm just gonna be real. Oh, you 12-day water fast is good, girl. Shit, that's good. I think the longest I've ever went is 21 days. That's the longest I went water fast, but it was exhausting. Like the first week, it was like, oh my God. But yeah, Derek and Monique is addicted to Derek, and she can't live without him because she'll take any man regardless, and she'll just, keep trying to snoop and creep on Derek. And Derek is a liar. Derek is fake. Derek is fake as fuck, and he's a liar. Derek is a cheat. Derek knows he's a cheater. He knows he probably talking and looking at other women online or that he talked to in jail. And Derek is full of shit. And I don't believe anything that Derek says. 30-day water fast is my goal. That's my goal too. I would love to get up. I'm going to get up there one day. But Derek is just fake. And he's not a genuine person. And he's with Monique because of all the perks of being with Monique. She cooking for him. She buying him Timberland. She doing it. And I'm not knocking the hustle. Okay, y'all ain't knocking the hustle. But the idea that, well, Monique was here for me and again, like I said last week, Derek, obviously a lot of different women were here for you. So the idea that Monique was here for you, in what way? Because obviously through the years that he had been incarcerated, he was talking to this CO and other women, and God knows how long he was talking to them. He could have been talking to them for a year or 2 or 3 or maybe 6, 7 months, and may have fell off or whatever, but Monique is the only idiot that stuck through him and talked to him for 2.5 years and was probably sending him money. And these other bitches was just sending him twerk videos, but they weren't sending him no money. So please, when he talks about support, I'm like, Derek, what does that mean? What kind of support? She was there for me. What? In that she was sending you money? Because Monique wasn't visiting him in jail. She didn't go visit him not one damn time. So how is Monique holding it down for you? By taking your phone calls, by writing you letters, by giving you money? And like I said, obviously a lot of other women was holding Derek down too. Now, I don't know how long they was in it, but that's a long time to be talking to somebody for 2.5 years, and you ain't found nobody else. Most women would be like, oh, I didn't find somebody else and stop talking to Derek. He knew he had Monique and that she was sending him money, and Monique wasn't going to go anywhere. And Monique is not going to go anywhere. And that's what Derek liked. When you get with a man, I've never personally experienced this, but I know people have got with men and women that they do anyway. This man giving them money, this man paying their bills, this man is doing this and doing that, and they cheating on him, lying to him, he overlooking it, then yeah, you're like, well, I owe that person. I want to stay with the person. You want to stay with that person because you able to do them dirty. You able to do this person dirty and they still stay. They loyal to you. You ain't loyal to them. You can do whatever you want to do and still come back to them. They still gonna be there. You like the person because they're a doormat. And again, we've all been there. I've been in relationships where I'm thinking like, this person only wants to be with me because I'm caring and I'm kind and I'm loyal. Y'all hear my kitty over here meowing. And she got him on the show. Derek, yes, he's a user. And there are some people out there, men and women, who are like that. So Nathan and Skylar, they need to go get their life and find it separately. I don't think they need to be together. I think Skylar wants to be with Nathan because she doesn't want to be alone. I think Skylar has had relationships because she don't like being alone. She wants to have somebody to be with and talk to and bounce things off. She can't really hang out with her old crew anymore. So she needs somebody that's sober or quote unquote sober to be sober with her. I don't think Skylar has any really sober friends. I think most of her friends are incarcerated, used to be incarcerated, addicts, former addicts. And I think she's trying to stay sober as hard as she can and not go back to them friends. And she just see Nathan as, well, I don't have anybody else, so I must just stick with Nathan. No, I have a kitty. I have 2 kitties. I have one kitty, Buttons, that was 14. He's the one I had to put to sleep. And then I have a fat cat. I have another kitty named Mickey. So I've had Mickey. Mickey's about 9 years old. So yeah. Skylar, I believe that Skylar just needs a bed. So no, not a new kitty. My fat kitty Mickey. So yeah. So we lost one cat put to sleep, but I've had 2 cats for years. And the other cat, he is not doing well. He's very clingy. He's very emotional. He normally was very kind of like did his own thing and independent. And now I can't close my door and do a live because he's meowing by the door because he's trying to break down the door and come in. Because normally he would just stay out there and just go downstairs. He doesn't want to be by himself at all. Poor Buttons. Yeah, poor Buttons. May he rest in peace. It's still hard for me to get over that, Buttons is gone. And I still have Mickey. But, Buttons was really like a mama's cat. Buttons was always in my bed and always down here at my lives. And I was always shouting out. I said, my little kitty down here was asleep. And then I would, I work from home and Buttons was, I used to call my coworker because he would always like sit next to me while I'm working on my computer. And Mickey was kind of like downstairs doing his own thing and he would lay on the bench and Mickey has his own little hammock, little cat hammock he would lay in. Now Mickey don't want to be downstairs by himself. He don't want to lay in the cat hammock. He don't want to do nothing. Mickey wants to come up here. He spent hours in the bedroom with my kids, which he never does. He spends hours in the room with me, which he never really did before. And he's just very clingy now. And, poor Mickey misses Buttons. He's looking for him like, where is my friend? Well, I wouldn't even say friend. They were like brothers, like Mickey. We got Mickey when he was a kitten. And so to him, Buttons was like his friend, his brother, his daddy, like everything all wrapped into one. So I can see the grief another kitty goes through. It's very touching and it's very sad. But like I was saying, Nathan and Skylar, I think Skylar just wants a man. I think Skylar just doesn't want to be alone. And she doesn't want to be sober and be by herself. I think she needs Nathan to lean on. And, there's nothing wrong with that, but at least she should at least be honest with herself and recognize that. Cameron and Aris, I don't know. Cameron, I have no sympathy for either one of these 2 messed up people because Aris should have knew what she married and what she got into. Cameron likes to drink. He likes to party. Like I said, maybe Aris didn't know, but she stuck with it. Now you married this person without really knowing them. They could have waited to get married. They didn't have to rush. He just got out of jail 2 weeks and then, okay, all suddenly we're married. They could have waited. They could have spent more time together. I understand that she wants to move Cameron to Florida with her, and they can't really do that because of probationary reasons unless they're married. So I understand the rationale behind that. But even if I had to leave Cameron behind and where he was at, I would still try to make the relationship work because I would want to be around this person before I bring this person around my daughter. So you're going to bring a drunk, an alcoholic around your daughter? Like none of what Eris do make any sense. And I'm like, Auntie, like Auntie's advice. Something about Eris just makes me think her elevator don't go all the way up to the top. It's just weird. Ashley and Travis is just weird. They're bickering and fighting and going back and forth. And Ashley's up, she's down, she's in the middle, she's crying, she's happy, she's sad. She don't know what to do. I don't know what's wrong with Ashley. Where's the dog at? Has anyone seen the dog lately? That was my other question. Ashley took her dog with her. I ain't seen her dog. I didn't see the dog the last episode. I didn't see the dog this episode. So I'm like, while they out at a bar and out doing this and at the mama's house, where the dog at? Did they get rid of the dog? Did they just leave the dog at the hotel? Like, I mean, where's the dog at? That's my question. Ashley, bitch, where's your dog? Did you leave him on? I mean, I'm sure Ashley loved her dog. But I'm just like, it's just strange to me that the dog is not seen anywhere. So I guess they just leaving the dog in the hotel room barking. Girl, that's a hot mess. And Ashley and Travis shouldn't be jumping into getting married until they have things stable. Nobody should be jumping into any marriage with anybody, incarcerated or not, lose your business or not, whatever it is, male, female, whoever, unless things are stable. Because financial issues cause more heartache and strife and everything. And, people start saying things and acting funny when it comes to money. Like Travis' mom was saying, they should wait, be with Ashley, but wait until you really get to know this person. And Ashley's like, well, we talk through letters and over the phone for 2 years. What do you mean you don't talking to somebody? I don't know how stupid I thought after watching these shows, I never thought how stupid grown people are. But I'm just like, I, as an adult, even when in my 30s and 20s, realized that talking to somebody over letters, over video chat, over text messages, over emails is not the same as being with somebody physically in person. You can chat with somebody over the phone all day. You can text them all day, but that is not giving you a sense of this person's mannerisms, this person's habits, this person's ups, downs, quirks, whether they got a twitchy eye or not. You, again, talking to somebody through letters and through short videos, hearing it, that's not the same as being around a person every day. There are plenty of people that have had long distance relationships with people, and then the moment they move the person there with them, or they move somewhere with them, and then they get there and realize that the few times that they have seen each other and they've gone out and had weekends together and had, vacations together, that is still not the same as day-to-day being with somebody. It is a whole different vibe living with somebody and being with them and seeing their ups and downs and their morning breath and their farting and their highs and lows. That is totally different than seeing somebody in a video or talking to somebody or going on vacation. I'm going to such and such to go see my man in California and we're going to spend a weekend together. That's all. That's cute. That's cute. But that's not really getting to see the real person. And it's good to be around a real person. Date that person. Go out with that person. Not spend a weekend here, a week there, video chat here, visit them in jail there. That's not really getting to see how a person really reacts when shit hits the fan. So that, that's not really, telling you anything. And people should just understand that if you're really in love with somebody, they're going to be there. There's no rush to get married. There's no rush to put a ring on it. There's no rush to have a baby like Justine and Michael. Them two idiots. To me, with Justine and Michael, it's like the blind leading the blind. It's like you got people who got kids who still act like teenagers. But then you want to be like, well, I'm grown. Like Justine said, I'm grown. But you act like a fucking kid. You quit your job. You got 7 kids, finna have an 8th kid. You struggle to raise your kids and need your mama's help. Then you diss your mama like you really not gonna need her help raising this fucking kid. Michael act like he don't had to go and get a real job. Like he can just be a struggle rapper and sell some AliExpress shoes online, and that's supposed to just and put it in God's hands, and that's just supposed to take care of everything. And knowing that anything can happen at any time, and they haven't talked about shit, they haven't planned shit, they haven't done nothing. I'm like, for 2 years that 2 or 3 years that they talked to through him in prison, What the hell did they talk about? I love you too. You look cute. You look good too. Oh my God, I miss you. I can't wait to see. Is that all they talked about for 2-3 years? Because it seems to me that's all the fuck they talked about. Was I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to be with you. Oh, how are you? How the kids? I'm good. They're great. Da, da, da. When are you getting out? What's going on? Like, to me, they had no conversation of substance, in my opinion. I don't know, I might be wrong, but it just seems like they didn't have no real conversation. So when I get out, what are we going to do with the kids? How am I going to support myself? It was just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to be a rapper. Yeah, I'm going to sell these shoes. Yay, yay, wee, sprinkles, throw the fucking sparklers. Yay, I'm rich. I'm just going to leave it in God's hands, and I'm just going to sell shoes, and I'm going to do this. This is like, again, from watching this show, again, my opinion, from watching Michael and Justine, I can tell these are two people that probably haven't had any real normal, significant relationships without dealing drugs, without doing drugs, relationship without the streets, relationships, long-term relationships, healthy relationships, non-toxic relationships. I can tell by the way they relate to each other that all their relationships have been hooded out, toxic, on some bullshit, some street life shit, probably some dusty ass dude shit. Justine, probably all her baby daddies probably ain't shit. They probably didn't treat her good. They probably cheated on her. They probably didn't last for very long. She probably was all going through the honeymoon phase and all that shit, and they probably fizzled out within a year or so. I can tell that Justine, like I said, this is my opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't get on. Oh, hey, Dustin. Did you see what happened? Yes, Edith, I did see what happened to Justin and Jessica from Love During Lockup. And let me sit up for this a little bit. And I called it. If y'all watch my Love During Lockup videos, I called this shit with Jessica and Dustin. I called this shit. I watched Gio's video. I watched According to Amber, and I called it. I said the same thing. I said, when Jessica sit there and talk to Dustin's sister and mom, and they were telling her Dustin ain't really had no relationship. Yeah, he been with women. He been with other women, ladies, but he was knocking the boots, Gina. He had never been with no real relationship. He has never lived with no woman. He has never been married. Dustin, so far I know, don't have no kids. Jessica's been married. She has an 18-year-old daughter. Her daughter tried to tell her, you're going to move all the way from Florida to Kentucky. And this dude, the sister was trying to tell him, Dustin had substance abuse issues. Jessica's friends were trying to tell her. He was in jail, getting in trouble in jail, getting put in solitary confinement. And Jessica was kind of like, well, I know the guards are messing with him. No, Justin was in there fucking up. He was in there getting fights. He was in there sneaking shit in. Like, he was doing shit that he wasn't supposed to do. It had nothing to do with Jessica. It had nothing to do with them picking on him. He was playing the victim. And God knows, writing Jessica talking about they picking on me and they messing with me, when knowing damn well that Dustin was in jail doing fuck it. I seen the videos that other YouTubers have put out there when Dustin was in jail getting in trouble. Had nothing to do with Jessica. They didn't give a fuck about that. No, Dustin was in jail fighting, beating people up, wilding out, like he was in there doing shit that he's supposed to not be doing. So when Dustin got out of jail and went to go live with Jessica, he had never probably lived with anybody, been in a relationship with nobody. For all we know, Dustin was probably in prison talking to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different girls. Jessica probably wasn't the only one. And Dustin probably has substance abuse issues, possibly mental health issues. And when he got out of prison, he wilded out. And now that motherfucker sitting back in jail with a bunch of charges. One of them is domestic violence. And Jessica was on her own Love During Lockup talking about, I'm a frat boy with tits. Now you gonna be a frat boy with tits and a black eye, bitch. Because you didn't listen to your daughter. You didn't listen to nobody else. You thought he was gonna get out of jail and do what? Dustin was a whole crackhead. He was on heavy drugs. According to Amber, pulled up his charges. So Dustin was a whole clucker. So you gonna move this clucker with face tattoos. He got her name tattooed on his head. What job is he gonna get? What is Dustin gonna do? Dustin ain't never held down no job in his life from what his sister was saying, online. He ain't never been with no woman longer than a month or two, wasn't serious. He done had a bunch of jump offs. He's never had a real relationship. He's never had a real job. So you gonna move this person in and y'all finna play house? Y'all finna play house? With a motherfucker that ain't never had shit? Yeah. Acting like they ain't never had shit. Dustin ain't never had shit. It seems. Allegedly. In my opinion. So what do you think is gonna happen? If rumors are true, he was caught cheating, got mad, took off in somebody's car, led the police, evaded arrest, and all this other shit. He probably was high, probably was mad, got into it with Jessica, maybe pushed her, maybe hit her, who knows? Or got into it with another chick. Maybe he was hanging out with another bitch. And she was like, who the fuck is Jessica? And maybe she was like, what? And confronted him. So it may not even been Jessica. But he used, Dustin pretty much used Jessica. She was a nurse. She has a beautiful 18-year-old daughter, smart kid. She was willing to leave her friends behind, her family behind, her kid behind, to go move from Jacksonville, Florida to some podunk city in fucking Kentucky somewhere. And then with a dude that you've been talking to, that you've seen one time in jail, that you're not allowed to visit. You've seen him once or twice in jail. That he's writing some goofy ass letters. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again, some goofy ass letters. Cause I paused the screen when she's pulling the letters for a friend, and they look like some goofy ass letters. And part of the letters I was reading is like some shit some 20-year-old wrote. So that says something about Jessica, and you fell for that, sis. The shit he was writing, he was selling her wolf tickets. Oh, baby, I want to be with you. And you so beautiful. And you're everything I want to be with. And when I get out, we're going to be together. Really, girl? Really? And Jessica, like 40-something years old? And this dude was 27 years old. This motherfucker been locked up for years. Off and on, has a rap sheet longer than my fucking arm. He been locked up off and on ever since she was 17 years old. And this is the person, I just saw him from across the room. And there his incarcerated dusty ass was. And I just fell in love. Girl, you sound like a mental fucking patient. Jessica sound like a nutter. She sound crazy. Who gonna look at somebody from across the room and be like, oh, I do something about him. I don't know. I just fell in love. Can't it just be lust? Can't you just think he was cute and you want to ride that magic mountain and that man meat? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think people confuse love and lust, attraction and love. Maybe she was attracted to him. Maybe it's something about him she liked. Well, for Pete's sakes, girl, I'm not about to lose my job over no 20, 25, 26-year-old peen. And I think it's the excitement of it, the forbidden romance of it, that a lot of these people like with these prisoners. They like the forbidden it. Or it's a forbidden love, and it's star-crossed. Like they on some Romeo and Juliet, some soap opera shit. Like and they watch too many Netflix shows and too many Lifetime movies and think that this is how it is, and like they living in some movie or some novel or some excited, because a lot of these women are just bored, and men too. They just bored. They bored with the people that they date. They bored with their own lives. They had failed relationships and failed marriages and whatever, and they find somebody that shows them a little attention and affection and attention and acts like they really like them, and then they've never really been with anybody else before that really showed them that much of attention and attraction and like. And so they just, they just go with it. Like, well, I ain't never been with nobody like who treated me like this before. They in jail and they bored. Like, well, I mean, they in jail, girl. They're bored. They're in jail and they're bored. They have nothing but time. They have nothing but time to write you and 10 other bitches. like a cage, like a damn, Dustin like a damn caged animal. You know, but yeah, they on some Beauty and the Beast shit. Except the shit. Like TV show Beauty and the Beast or the movie Beauty and the Beast, at least Beauty got something out of it. At least that motherfucker was a king, you know, he had a castle. He was just underneath the curse. Like these like Beauty and the broke ass Beast. Like they ain't even getting nothing out of it. The Beast is broke as fuck. Beast ain't got no money. He broke as fuck. Shit. The Beast is just ugly. He got a humpback. You know. He dirty. And he broke. You fucking with a broke ass beast. Yeah, they tell you anything in jail. They tell you the sun and you're the sun and their moon and their stars and their heaven and their earth and oh my God, I never felt this way in my life and blah 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 blah. It's that prison talk. You know, and they learn, and then sometimes I told people before, and I'll say it again. Some of these letters that these motherfuckers is writing, they didn't even write the letters. You know what is broke ass beast? Like, and some of these dudes, I'm gonna say it before and I'm gonna say it again. Some of these dudes get other dudes to write letters for them in jail. I know dudes in jail, at least 3, who used to write letters for 5 or 6 different people each. And they would pay them commissary or put, you know, these chicks was putting money on their books and they like, hey, yo, you write this letter for me, these letters to my girl. I'll share some of my commissary with you. I'll share some of my money with you. So you got to be careful of that too. You have to look at that when that motherfucker get out of jail. Girl, man, you better look at that dude or that girl's handwriting. I'll be like, go ahead, I got a piece of paper with me. Go ahead, can you write something down for me? Here's a pen. Write this shit. Go ahead, write. Because then you find out that half of these motherfuckers is illiterate. They barely know how to spell. They spelling the THUEWSTP. They text messaging you and you noticing that they speaking in text. You instead of while you is you. They talking about AYE. And then you be like, what happened to all these letters you wrote me that I kept? And you sounded so eloquent and so bitch, because that motherfucker wasn't writing the letters. He was paying motherfucker this other dude money through the commissary to write you a letter with your dumb ass. Or write the email or write down what you want me to say, what I should say in this email. It happens. So sometimes with these people incarcerated, what they telling you, it ain't even what they telling you. The shit don't match up. The math don't be mathing. They be having other people write letters. So that's another thing. Some of these motherfuckers, the handwriting don't match up. The spelling, and they over there, you're my sun, my moon, my stars, my darling. You know, the metaphysical way you make me feel in my mind. And then when they get out of jail, they like, hey, yo, bitch, yo, y'all finna go line up at the shop. And you're like, that didn't sound like you in the letters, you know, because it wasn't them writing the motherfucking letters. They not that smart. You got hooked, sister. Or man, because they not that smart. A lot of them people, motherfuckers go to jail, barely have a 8th grade, 9th grade education. They dropped out of school, went to boys' homes, didn't pay attention in school, barely know how to read or write. They can't add 4 plus 4. They like, bitch, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, yo, I think that's 8, yo. I mean, come on, let's just all keep it real. And I've told people this on other live videos before. That these dudes, a lot of times, I don't believe they're writing these letters. And I know personally dudes who got paid commissary and money for writing letters. So y'all better beware. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. They were like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Yeah, all the time. They write emails, they write letters. Because they do have some educated people in there. They do have some dudes that know how to write. And they find whoever they know how to write, that person gets a reputation of such and such really know how to write. And I can't really put these words in there for my girl, so you write the letter. Okay. Yeah, they over here running games on these men and women. That's what they do. And they talking to you and you and you and you and this girl and that girl and that girl, that again, this girl and that girl. So I sure hated if Jessica was the victim of all of this, and I sure hated for her. But if you play a stupid game, you end up with a stupid prize. And she played a stupid game. She banked her she lost her career, her child, her home, she left her friends behind. Her sister and her mom was not talking to her because of dusty ass Dustin. So, bitch, you done lost your whole life over some clucker, some crackhead, ex-con, who took out with your fucking car and probably punched you in the motherfucking mouth. And now you was on national TV. Not everybody talking about you because you look straight up like Boo Boo the Fool. Because apparently he was cheating. He ain't even been out of prison for very long. This motherfucker been out with a couple of months. So you look like Boo Boo the Fool over dusty ass Dustin. Girl. That's okay, Dustin. Well, I'm glad that you're here. I understand what everybody going through emotional shit. Again, Valentine's Day is the first Valentine's Day I'm going to have where I'm single and I ain't getting nothing. I'm not going to get nothing. 5 years. Every year I've gotten something in 5 years. The first year I'm just going to be all by myself. Don't want to be all by myself. Yeah, that's going to be me. Yeah, I remember Jasmine. She had games. She was in jail and had all these men sending her money. Yeah. I'm sure Lindsay was in jail, was talking to Deontay and 5, 10, 20 different people. That's what these motherfuckers in jail do. And I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm not shooting it down. I'm not knocking the hustle at all. All I'm saying is that the people that are writing these people in jail need to understand what the hustle is. And they need to act accordingly. You know, don't be like Chaz and Brandon when he all like, oh, you get out of jail, we're going to get married the day you get out of jail. Slow your roll. Jelly roll. Slow your roll, Tootsie Roll. Slow it down a little bit. You ain't got to run out and get married the same day. Give it a little bit. Because Brandon was a whole clucker. She was for the streets. She was a runner. She was a track star. And she knows she didn't want Chaz. You know, just slow it down a little bit. You don't have to jump in and get married to these fucking people. You don't have to jump and get married to anybody. I don't care whether they're incarcerated or not. If a person loves you and they want to deal with you and they want to be with you, then they're gonna wait. They're gonna you're gonna figure something out to make it happen. Even if you live in different states and different. If y'all wait, if they were incarcerated for years and then all of a sudden they get out and you spend time with them, but you're in another state, they're in another state. Look, if they were locked up and y'all had a relationship, I'm sure you being in a different city or a different state or hours away, I'm sure if you really would want to make it work, it would work. It's easier for you to communicate and see each other, even if you're a state over, than a person being locked up. So what's the rush? You know, or is it because they ain't got no place to go? Then they need to come live with you when you have to be married. I've seen that on this show. People jumping in married because they want this person to come with them. But does the person really have to come with them? If they have some other place to go, let them try to get their life together on their own without you being there, just to see if they are motivated enough within themselves to do it. I would want, if I was talking to some dude in prison, I'd want them to get out of jail and go live with their mama or auntie or whatever, just to see how they do. Because if they get out of jail and they end up following back with the same friends, or they get out of jail and they going out drinking every night, smoking every night, hanging out, okay, well then obviously I don't want to move this person with me to Texas. Because they're going to get down here and they're going to find some little dusty ass friends here. And they're going to be hanging out every night, smoking out every night. They're going to be taking my car and being wilding out. I don't want that. If they're going to wild out up there with their family, living with their family, then they sure the fuck. I'm not going to stop that, because that's what they want to do. That's a choice. That's a decision that they have to make on their own. Ain't no parent, no sibling, no child, no girlfriend, no wife, or nothing's going to stop a person from doing whatever they want to do. If a man or woman is gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat. They're gonna find a way to do it. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing that you can beg, plead. If a person is going to do you dirty, they're going to do you dirty. You can be the most perfect boyfriend, perfect girlfriend in the world. You can be beautiful. You can be successful. You can be attractive. And if a person's gonna do you dirty, they're gonna do you dirty. Put your hands up if you feel me. Men and women out there. You can be the perfect husband, give this bitch a good life, and they'll turn around and fuck your best friend the next week. I know people that's happened to. Or they out cheating. Because if a person wants to be with somebody else, they're going to be with somebody else. If a person is for the streets, they're a runner, they're a track star, they for the streets, they're going to be for the streets. The streets is always going to be waiting for them. I don't care if you're in Texas, you're in California, you're in New York. Fuck, I don't care if you're in the middle of Alaska, if you're in Istanbul. I don't give a fuck if you in Dubai. If you for the streets, you're going to be for the streets in New York, and you're going to be for the streets in Dubai, baby. It don't matter where you live. It don't matter if I take you out to Africa in the middle of Lagos. If you for the streets, you're going to be for the streets in Lagos. It don't care what neighborhood I put you in Beverly Hills, you're going to be in them streets in the Beverly Hills. It don't matter where I take you, where I put you, where I move you to, who I get you around. If you are about that kind of lifestyle, you're a former addict, and you just for the streets. You like getting in trouble. You like doing hood rat shit. Then you're going to do hood rat shit. I don't give a care what hood you in, what country. I don't care if you here with me in the suburbs or you really in the hood in Cleveland. If you going to get in trouble, I've seen it. I've dated somebody like that. You know, because that was something that was in him. He liked that lifestyle. I have brothers that are incarcerated. They like that on some level. They try to get their life together. Bless them. But they like that lifestyle. If you're accustomed to that kind of lifestyle, you're always going to gravitate towards people just like you, and you're always going to go back to it. So ain't no kid, ain't no wife, ain't no husband. Nothing can stop that from a person doing whatever they want to do. Just like if somebody don't want to be with you, they not. There's nothing you can say. There's no crying. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Somebody don't want to be with me, I'm not begging. I'm not blowing their phone up. I'm not calling them. I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna leave you over there. I'm gonna leave you be. I'm gonna leave you over there. I'm gonna leave you right where I found you, in the motherfucking gutter. That's where you're gonna be, because I tell a motherfucking minute, no matter what happens in my relationships, all of my exes always come back. They always come back. They come back like a bad, scary horror movie. They always come running back and come begging. Ooh, Keisha, you the best woman I ever been with. Oh my God, I should have never did you wrong. Oh my God, we should have tried a little bit harder. I'll be like, thanks. Well, that way. Thanks for sharing. Bye. Thanks for sharing. Bye now. Like, thanks for telling me that. I understand that I'm awesome. I understand that I'm a good person and I'm a good woman. I'm a good mother. I handle my business. Never been in any man's pocket. Never had a man try to take care of my kids. I'm not asking no motherfucker to pay my bills. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I'm a good woman. Yeah, I know that. I'm not jealous. I'm not argumentative. I'm not trying to put cameras up in your house like motherfucking Monique. I keep in shape. Whatever. You know, I got time. I spend time. I got my own shit. I'm independent. I'm intelligent. All of that. If somebody doesn't see that, there's nothing I can say. I just throw my hands up and be like, I ain't gonna text you. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna plead. I'm gonna leave you be. I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna key up your car. I'm not gonna come to your house. I don't have time for that. I'm gonna just leave you be. I'm gonna leave you where I found you, in the streets. It's gonna leave you be. You go out there and you find somebody more suited for you, because I'm not the one for you, boo. So, you know, I don't do stunts. I don't do tricks. I don't do histrionics. I don't do none of that. I just leave a motherfucker where they at. Oh, this you right here. Oh, I'm looking around. Oh, this you. Oh, this you. Oh, okay. Well, I'm leaving you right here because this is not me. So, and again, ladies, I speak to ladies in particular, but fellas too, but ladies, because I'm a lady, so I know a lady experience, I'm a straight woman, that we've all been there. I've been there. So it's 2023. My year has been fucked off. But when I watch shows like this, I'll be like, whew, I thank God every day. I'm not making this kind of mistakes. I'm not putting my kids through this kind of shit. That I have many things that I'm not perfect. But when it comes to relationships, I guard my children, I guard my heart, I especially for fuck's sake guard my money, because I ain't breaking bread with nobody. But I guard the things that I consider the most important to me. My heart, my children, my money, and my sanity, and my peace of mind. I try to guard all of that. I'm not going to let anybody break me down and break my sanity. And like I said, a lot of people on these shows, Jessica and Dustin, like I said, I feel bad for her. I really do. But then, again, she played a stupid game. She got a stupid prize. You have to think practical about any situation. And you can't control, I keep telling women, you can't predict to control another person. I know people want to have relationships and people think that they can. You can't control another person, boo. You can't predict what another person's gonna do. A person can tell you all day, I ain't gonna cheat on you. I love you. I'm gonna be faithful to you. You by everything. A person can look you in the eye and tell you all that, and then be turning around with texting 6 different women the same thing. Same thing with a man. A woman can tell you how much they love you and they care about you and blah, 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 blah. Baby, they be text messaging 4 or 5 other dudes with the same shit. So you can't control another person. You can't, put your whole heart and faith and life into another person. You can let a person earn your trust, but you can't put your whole happiness and pour it into another person. You have to be happy and settled within yourself. So no matter what happens in a relationship, it's not going to make you and it's not going to break you. Yes, it'll hurt your feelings. Yes, it hurts. It hurts me, not having my relationship, my 5-year relationship that I've dedicated time, energy, all of that. But at the end of the day, one monkey don't stop no show. My life is keep on going, like the song goes. Baby, you can leave, but one monkey we don't stop no show. This thing called life keeps on moving. Train called life keep on with or without, whether I have a partner, whether I have a boyfriend or not. My life keeps going. I still have family. I have obligations. I have myself to take care. I have to save myself first. I have to take care of myself first. I have to love myself first. And I do. And I love me. I love me some me. And it took me a long time to love me some me. And I'm not going to let anybody destroy that. So I said to everybody out there, you should never let nobody destroy who you are from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people, destroy you. And it's hard. And sometimes you feel like you're on the brink of that mental destruction. But when you get into a relationship, go into with eyes fully open. Don't ignore red flags. Don't ignore the signs. Don't be like me. I've ignored red flags. I've ignored signs. I didn't stick up for myself. I didn't say things I should have said. I didn't do things that I should have done or not done things. I have regrets. But at the end of the day, you learn your lesson and you just move on. So all of these shows, I think, is about teaching us life lessons, what other people are going through, but then also applies. I look at it in my own life. I'm like, yep, I see that. Yep, I've done that. Again, I haven't dated anybody incarcerated like this, but the things that these men and women are falling into these traps, we've all fallen into these traps. We've all been with people who have cheated on us, lied to us, done us dirty. Some of us have dated people with substance abuse issues, mental health issues, or shit. I mean, I dated a lot of crazy dudes. And then we have to understand, what that is and what part of us made us choose that person. Is it loneliness? Is it desperation? Is it sex? Is it the physical? Is it because they look good? Is it because they told you everything you wanted to hear? So all of us have to go through all that. And that's why I watch these shows. It's kind of like a couples mini kind of therapy, you know, because I learn a lot about people's behavior, and then I don't feel so alone because I'm like, okay, she's going through this and it's a little bit different, but you know, I've gone through some of that as well, and I see some of it myself, and it's just a life lesson for me. So yeah, the world keeps spinning, Edith. You can't control, baby. That's a life lesson I learned hard. Is you cannot control your life, your own life, because shit happens. But you sure in the hell cannot control another person. I like I said, I've been surprised in my life a few times where I just knew this person. I know him. He wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that. And turn out that this person, I didn't know this person at all. I found out things with my ex that I'm just like, what, what? Like I didn't even. The person who I thought he was a figment of my motherfucking imagination because that person did not exist. That person put on a good front. That person I had an idealized version of this person in my head. I let my ego and you know, like me putting this person on a pedestal. They didn't even deserve to be on no pedestal. This person was beneath me. This person was like down here, and I'm the one that should have been on the pedestal. I was the prize, not him. He should have been lucky to have a person like me. Because the other bitches he been with was scallywags, was cluckers and scallywags and fucking crazy bitches who were crazy or mentally unstable. And they were all on some kind of substance or half substance or they was just drama and toxic. And I wasn't like that. I was surprised. I should have been up here. He should have been way the fuck down here. But because I had some idealized version of our relationship, it wasn't based in reality. And I see that now. It wasn't based in truth, in fact, and reality. And, you know, when you love somebody, you try to see the best of them. And when you truly, deeply, deeply love somebody, you will overlook things that you normally wouldn't look back. And hindsight is 2020. Hindsight's a motherfucker. But, you know, life lessons. Yes, like Edith said, girl, life lessons. You live and learn. I'm still learning. I mean, even though I'm almost 50, y'all think I have it together. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about me and what I like and what I don't like. And there are some things that I do like in men that I understand it can be problematic. And I just got to sort that out. Is why I'm attracted to that. Some of these women date incarcerated men because they like that kind of man. They like a dude that's been in trouble with the law. They like a man who has a hard edge or a ghetto or a gangster edge to them. They like a man like that. And you have to, and a man like that is going to be the first motherfucker to do you wrong. So you have to figure out why do you like men who ain't shit, who ain't got shit? Why do you attracted to bad boys? You know, like I said, ladies, we've all been there. We've all been there. We have all been attracted to bad boys. We've all dated bad boys. We've all dated dudes that didn't have shit, that weren't shit, but they had a coolness about them, and they were so cool, and they were so cute, and they dressed fly, and they had a Gucci belt on, even though they didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But girl, he looked really good in that Gucci belt that he spent $300 for. But even though, you know, his car is broken, his car ain't working, and he still lived with his mama, and he got 4 baby mamas, but you know, he's so cool, he's so fly, and he talk a good game. We have been guilty. So we've all been there. So, you know, we've all dated people, and men too. You dated women that wasn't shit. She was cute. She had little shorts on. She had a little crop top on. She used to be a stripper last week, but now she's working at the Walmart. She got about 3-4 kids that her mama taking care of. But she sure is cute. She sure is fly. She got that hair laid, slayed. She got them baby hairs. She got that, you know. And when she walks, she jiggle in all the right jiggly places. But you know that bitch ain't shit. She ain't got shit for you. She for the streets. She's for the streets, honey. She's a runner. She's a track star. And everybody knows she in the streets. Everybody, she may have a reputation. They be like, oh, don't fuck with that girl. She didn't dated all these 4 or 5 different dudes in the crew. But you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be the one to make her settle down, and she's gonna be with me. And end up getting your fucking feelings hurt. Right. I mean, this is the truth I be speaking, y'all. I be real talking y'all today. I had to get this shit off my chest. I had to share with people my wisdom. Like you, she's a runner, she's a track star. Like, come on now. Dude, y'all know y'all men, y'all be picking some scallywags, and then y'all be mad at women. And I'll be like, what you mad at women for? You picked that hoe? She was for everybody. She done went through the whole crew. Like, what you think you were gonna be special? Okay. She just gonna be with you? Okay. Child, she be with you, and then she be trying to have sex with your daddy on the cool behind your back. She be like, ooh, your daddy show is cute. How old is he? Bet ya. Okay. Come on, ladies. Now, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all that girl. I've been that girl. I've been her. I done dated dudes when I'm just like, I ain't feeling that dude, but I date him because I'm bored. I ain't got nothing better to do. Or he seemed to really like me and want to pay for a bunch of dates and take me here and buy me this and buy me that. So I'll fuck with him. But I ain't trying to fuck with him. I'm really trying to fuck with his homeboy. Like, his homeboy is real cute, Yeah, she's not your girlfriend. It's just your turn. Right. I've been that girl. Guilty as charged. I've been that girl. I've been for the streets. I've been a runner. I've been a track star. I've been for the streets. I've been like, I ain't serious with none of these dudes. How many dudes you dating about? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever dude I feel like dating that week. Because I wasn't trying to settle down, and some of them were trying to settle down and wanted me to be serious. I wasn't trying to be serious. But then again, I wasn't in my 30s. I was in my 20s doing all this. But now these days, you got people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s trying to live the same lifestyle that they did in their 20s. It's like, that's not a good look, bruh. Sis, it's not a good look. It's not a good look to be a hoe at 50. If that's what you want to do, I'm not trying to slut shame nobody. I'm not trying to be the moral police. If that's what you want to do, just be honest with people and be like, look, I'm not ready to settle down. I'm just trying to date. I'm just trying to have some fun. Just be honest with people. Same thing with men. There are men out there in their 30s and 40s that don't want to settle down, that want to hold around. I don't have no problem with that. The whole life is the go life. Have fun. But what I have a problem with is deception. If you are not feeling a relationship and you in a relationship with a person, then you owe that person at least to sit them down and send them a text message or call them and be like, look, this is not for me. This is not working. And be a fucking adult. And don't be a scumbag. And be an adult and be like, look, this is not for me. And be honest with yourself and with the other person about what you want. If you know you're dating somebody and they want a relationship and they want a family and they want all this, and there's no way in hell you want all that, then you should be man enough or woman enough to set the person down and buy out of the situation and be like, look, boo, it's been nice knowing you. We cool. Ain't no hard feelings, but I'm not really, ready to settle down right now. I'm really about doing me and about doing this, and I'm doing other things, and I want to have somebody that I can woo with, just be honest about what you wanting out of a relationship, what you wanting from another person. But you got to figure that out for yourself first and then move on. But, too many people are dragging people into situations where one person wants one thing, another person wants something else. And then it just ends up with wasted time and hard feelings and broken heart. I'd rather have somebody be honest with me and give me the choice of sometimes, you got to tell a person like, we can't really be in a relationship, but we can still, get together, be intimate, or we can just not talk at all and not be together at all. Give the person a choice. Don't drag things on a person and faking the funk and pretending that you want to be with this person, but really you really don't. So to me, 2023 is all about just people being real and being honest with people, and me being real and being honest. Want people to be real and honest with me, and me trying to surround myself with real and honest people. I'm not trying to surround myself by scallywags no more, And so I try to trying for this year to surround myself by genuine people who are genuinely interested and like me and want to be cool with me. And if I do find another relationship, I want somebody that I genuinely get along with, attracted to, I trust, I thoroughly vet and ask them questions, ask them things about things that are important to me, important to them, and really find somebody who we are on the same level emotionally, mentally, financially, and that they are ready to settle down and take it to the next level. They're really trying to settle down, have a wife, and not be dating at I don't want to be dating anyone at 50. I don't want to be going out to the club at 50. I don't want to be hanging out at hotel rooms and meeting up with people at 50. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my children. I don't want that for myself. And I'm just too old for that. I'm too old. I'm too tired for all that shit. Yeah, have a time. There's nothing wrong with having a good time and kicking it, but just get a person, just be honest and just keep it real and protect yourself and just be honest, And like I said, from my New Year's resolution is for me to just find somebody that, we just cool with. So that's my life lesson for today, y'all. My computer's about to die. Y'all listen to me ramble on up. I promise I'll try to be here this week and do more things. Like I said, my mom just got out of the hospital. So, my life is just at a breakneck speed. I'm out here, trying to do something about my career, trying to go back to school in the summer. Like I'm, your girl's trying to make big moves and do big things. And, I'm just trying to, be the best person that I can be. And thank you to all the new subscribers. I didn't have like 2 new subscribers that y'all listen to me ramble on. I really appreciate it. And I'm just trying to do, trying to do me and trying to be a better year. And I like coming on here talking to y'all, and so y'all can, understand where I'm coming from, why I watch these shows, why I fuck with these shows. But anyway, I'm fixing to go to bed. I'm thirsty. I'm tired. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to, my daughter went and got her hair done, so she looks like all glamorous. She got like a wolf cut. She got it all layered and slayed, and yeah, I'm out here keeping hustling. Y'all read in the description. Y'all see the link. You want to support the channel? Look in the description. Look at the link in the description. You can support, my Etsy shop. I have the link there. I already got like some repeat buyers who then bought stuff repeated like around the holidays, and they done bought stuff again. And so I got about 3 or 4 repeat buyers off of this channel. I didn't even know they even watched this channel or subscribed to it. I don't even know who these people are, but they use the code that I use for the channel. One of them said, "Hey, Miss Kiki." I said, "Hey." But good night, y'all. Thank everybody for being here. Like I said, I'm finna take a nap. Well, not I'm finna go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning, y'all. And my mom got doctor's appointments this week, so it's gonna be another busy week for me. So I'll try to get back with y'all and do a video about something, whatever the day takes me. I may talk about these commercials during a halftime show and things that I saw. I wasn't really impressed with the commercials for the big game this year, so we'll see. But I do watch other YouTubers cover the commercials, so we'll see. But anyway, y'all good night. Y'all thanks for being here. And like I said, y'all like, share, subscribe to the video. Peace.